All right, let's talk about a good primetime Kirk Cousins performance. Not a perfect one, but a good one. And a good one by this Vikings team to be able to pull off a victory against a very good football team. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the in-between. We'll start off with kind of more of a simple play, this one. It's going to be a man coverage play, and it's designed to get TJ Hockenson the ball. I do think that, I was very high on that TJ Hockenson trade, and I think we're seeing exactly why I loved it so much from the Vikings perspective, because of the idea that it gives him an option like this, where it just gives you a third option. He doesn't have to beat up on, number one corners sometimes, like you would see occasionally in Detroit. That's not quite the attention he gets here in Minnesota. And this is an example of he's starting off as the number 2 receiver on display, as in second closest towards the sideline, but he's eventually going to get outside the numbers. Watch TJ Hockenson start this play, goes to the outside, and you see that, again, it's not like he's wide open or anything, but again, he's a big body, and that's kind of the value of TJ Hockenson, is he just gives you a bigger target to throw to, and again, good third down guy, right? Because you're going to see New England give extra attention to Justin Jefferson, give extra attention to Adam Thielen. So that means that Hockenson has to win some of these matchups, and they're winning way more of these matchups now than they were before he got there. Watch Hockenson make the grab and is able to pick up the first down on that play. So really good stuff from Hockenson to be able to just do that. Now let's go over here. Let's go to a fun one. This is a great play. I love this play. I think teams should just do this. I think this should just be a common thing that teams do, which is it's set up as though it's going to be a wide receiver screen. So, okay, getting the ball in your best player's hands and Justin Jefferson, that seems to be always a good play. And so if that's what you're doing, well, what do you do if you're New England? I mean, you see how there's 2 blockers going out to block those 2 New England players. So what do you want to do to cover up the screen? Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. You want to make sure that they run in and are able to tackle Jefferson. But of course, this is not going to be just a traditional wide receiver screen. I wouldn't be, fawning all over it if it was just a traditional wide receiver screen. There's going to be something very fascinating going on with Adam Thielen, the receiver who's lined up closest towards the sideline on the bottom of the screen. That's what he's doing. He's just running a route. He's not going to go out and block. He'll fake a little bit as though he's going to block, but then he will go out and run a route. That's what he's going to do. Watch as this play begins. You see Cousins throw the pass backwards to Justin Jefferson, and you see New England is completely expecting a traditional wide receiver screen, which, again, Minnesota sets that up. They do wide receiver screens relatively frequently, but now you're in this spot where, since Adam Thielen is open down the field, it's kind of one of those situations that makes football so unique is, well, you have these quarterbacks who are so precise at throwing the football. The reality is anyone can throw a football. Yes, quarterbacks can do it at a much higher level than just you or me, but no matter what wide receiver you have out there, I'm sure you know how to throw a football and at least done a decent amount in practice. So I think every team should do this. I think this should just be a part of a wide receiver screen, is you should have a throwing option on the play. I love this idea. As you see, Jefferson is able to hit Thielen. Thielen's able to get the first down right there. So good stuff by Thielen, good stuff by Jefferson, and really good stuff by the play calling, because not only did that allow you to get the first down, that part's cool. What's more exciting about it for me is, well, now you're almost going to have to respect the passing game when Justin Jefferson has the ball underneath. That's a dangerous game to play, because now Jefferson can do a lot after the catch when you actually do run wide receiver screens. So it's a hassle to deal with. Now, going over here, it was not a perfect day from Kirk Cousins, obviously. He did have, one notable misstep. I saw this going around on Twitter saying, oh, classic primetime Kirk Cousins. Well, at the time, it felt that way. It didn't really age well with the rest of the game, how that went. But still, we should talk about the good and the bad. This was the one bad play by Cousins. Concept, it's a 3rd down and 10. It's man coverage. You have a receiver running over the middle. And I should say, given where you are on the field, taking a chance here, I think, is a good decision. So just throwing that out there, if you're going to throw an interception, now is the time. Because if you don't convert here, you probably do still have to punt at a 4th down and 10. Obviously, you never want to throw an interception. That's never going to help you. But this is an opportunity where you can take an extra chance if you want to. When his play begins, watch Cousins and watch how he throws this ball. It looked like he was a little bit fearful of the pressure and definitely threw it off his back foot. Did not get a great spiral on this one. And that's really the issue, because while I was saying that he can take a chance, that's okay. He doesn't really have to. This is a throw that has an opportunity to be caught, and if he puts this in a good spot, it probably is caught. Like, I actually think this is a good decision to make this throw, even if it was first down. I think that it's open enough that I would like that from Cousins. He really just missed the throw because he didn't get his feet planted. I mean, that's exactly what happened. It's just a missed throw there, and there was a good return as well. So, listen, missed throws happen. It's not a big deal. Again, the good outweighed the bad in this game, but there was that one bad play. Okay, fine. Let's go over here. Again, every time you watch the Vikings, every time you break down a Vikings game, you can't do it without breaking down Justin Jefferson and talking about what he means to this team. Yes, all these other pieces are awesome, but Justin Jefferson is still the guy, and the way they scheme him open sometimes is really fantastic, where you have, Dalvin Cook, who did not have a great statistical game in this one. Not sure who would have in that spot. Patriots were defending the run very well here. But you're going to run a play action there. I believe it's actually Alexander Madison in the game, not Dalvin Cook. But the same point is that the running game was not effective, but you're going to run a play action with Alexander Madison. You then have Justin Jefferson running over the middle. And watch how when Cousins takes a snap, linebackers, again, don't get that out of position, but it's just like the way they kind of spread out. You see right here, Jefferson, again, very blurry, sorry, best still frame I could find, but you see Jefferson is, there's a wide open window to make that throw, and he got cut well underneath the defensive backs who are further deep because he is such a good route runner. He doesn't show what he's doing until the last second, so maybe a defensive back could have jumped that route earlier, but they weren't prepared for it because they didn't realize what was coming. Jefferson is able to make the grab, and hey, now you have Justin Jefferson in open space, picks up a few more yards after the catch, and that's always a good thing as well. So when you're able to do that kind of thing, that is definitely a way that you're able to win some football games. One last play I want to talk about. This is definitely an incredible Justin Jefferson play that really just goes to show the value he brings to a football team. So it's a man coverage play, one-on-one matchup with Justin Jefferson here, who's lined up as a number 2 receiver, but obviously he's going to get some extra attention just because he's Justin Jefferson. He is the guy you're paying attention to. Jonathan Jones, who has been a very good corner for the New England Patriots, he is the one who is lined up currently on Justin Jefferson. That's what they're doing here. So, okay, makes sense. You have a good corner. You do have some safety help over the top, but not a ton. Only a single safety who's going to stay deep. You also have Devin McCourtney who's going to, be kind of over the middle. And so watch Jefferson, and even though there was about 8 yards of space, he still blows by Jones, which is, again, just incredible stuff by Jefferson to be able to do things like this against one of the better corners in the NFL this season, and someone who's known for speed in Jonathan Jones. You still have Jefferson blowing by him, largely due to, I think, Jones wasn't sure exactly where he should go, what Jefferson was going to do. It all kind of comes back to route running and not showing your hand early. McCourtney is trying to get into the play as well, but, I mean, he's too far away. And even with a bit of a throw behind, Jefferson's still able to go up and make the grab and pick up that big catch on a 3rd down and 7. It really is, hard to imagine where the Vikings would be without Justin Jefferson, as he might be the best receiver in football, and he's going out and doing stuff like this still on a rookie contract. That really helps the Vikings a ton. So, again, really good stuff by the Vikings. The Vikings are legit. Yes, I know they had a bad week against Dallas. It happens. Sometimes you have bad weeks. At least that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.